How do you deal with receiving 60,000 photos, in addition to all the photos that were already out there from House of Bondage, and as a storyteller, deciding how to craft your film?
Well, one of the first decisions that I had to make is what story it is and who's telling the story. And very rapidly, it was obvious for me, Ernest Cole had to tell his own story. You know, the same way I did with I Am Not Your Negro, James Baldwin, you know, is the one telling his own story. I didn't want to make any picture with experts, with talking heads. I wanted to be able to be totally within the mind and the soul of Ernest Cole. So once you have that direction, it's not it's easier, but you have a sort of vertebra to make your choices. And so that's what I did. And there is this book, incredible book, House of Bondage, which is even by today's standard, one of the best photo book ever. And the text in the book are also extraordinary. So I had a lot of guiding models to shape the film and start, of course, writing as well the pieces that were missing. And so we did a huge inquiry with, try to find everybody who had crossed his life at one point, including the two Swedish sisters who are in their 80s today. And so bits by bits, we were able to find a factual moment because I really insisted that I didn't want anecdotes because that's usually happen. People have memories and they tell the same story again and again, and then you don't know what's real and not, or what is invented. So we had to, I wanted to stick to the facts. So, and with these facts, I was able to reconstruct part of the voiceover.
I'd say after I saw your film, I went and I read House of Bondage. The photos are, and the texts are just overwhelming, and it only strengthened the power of your film and how they relate to each other. And I was really struck when I first watched it, and even more so tonight. I'd love to talk about the texture of the film. I mean, it's so, you see a lot of documentaries, but this has such richness and texture. The overlay of the photos, the video, the music. I would just, could you talk about that, please?
Well, the thing is, over the years, especially the last 20 years, people call everything documentary. And I came from a tradition where documentaries is really a creative, artistic endeavor. It's not a report. It's not a didactic, adaptation of a thematic. It has to be a film, meaning it has to be a story. It has to have characters, and dramatization, etc. So we use all the cinematic tools, to make a film like this, including not only the images, but the sound, the music, the editing. You try to use everything to tell your story and make the greatest impact possible, while, telling the story of this man and letting this man telling his story.